Alright, you guys know the drill. Here's the white cards that I think are really neat. Here's 10 of them. Dispense Justice, 2 and a white for an instant. It says target player sacrifices an attacking creature, which is already pretty awesome, especially for Voltron decks. Right, they're attacking the one big one, and then you're like, nope, you're sacrificing that. But if you've got Metalcraft, so you control 3 or more artifacts, that player sacrifices 2 attacking creatures, just so a backup, just in case the Voltron commander person has 2 creatures attacking. Gets around a lot of stuff. Players themselves don't usually have hexproof, so this is a pretty swift justice that you're dispensing. Graceful Reprieve. It's another instant. When target creature is put into a graveyard this turn, return it to play under its return that card to play under its owner's control. This is a black effect. When that dies, return to the battlefield, which is pretty awesome. White has a few types of stuff like this, but not really, not as common as it is in black. So being able to get your best creature as they have here, and then putting it back on the battlefield is quite good, quite awesome. Maybe even for like a blink type deck too, because oh no, you killed my thing, and nope, it's coming back, and then it's got an ETB effect. So I don't know, that's pretty fun. Hazda Shieldmate, or is it Hazda? Hazda Shieldmate. It's a human soldier. At the beginning of your upkeep, sacrifice it unless you paid white. So that's a pretty big downside, I think, for a 1/1. But the next part is, it's kind of cool. You can pay a white, and the next time a source of your choice would deal damage to you this turn, prevent that damage. This is a repeatable fog effect for, I guess it's a specific targets. Less good of like a full blanket fog effect, but if it was a fog effect, it wouldn't be able to. Fog gets rid of all creature damage. This one just deals sources to you. That could be pretty amazing. You can just be like, oh, you got 5 creatures attacking me, white. None of those deal damage to me. Like with your trample damage, for example, but your creature still hits back. Neat card from Dissension. I like it a lot. Murder Investigation is an aura. Enchanted creature you control, and whenever enchanted creature dies, put X 1/1 white soldiers on the battlefield, where X is its power. I can see this going really hard in a green-white Selesnya deck. We've got this big old Vitu-Ghazi creature or something, right? And then you enchant your guy, and then it dies, and you just replace it with 9/9 or like 9 1/1s or something. So all of a sudden you just explode into more creatures, which is usually pretty. I mean, this one you can see from a mile away, but maybe you're able to sacrifice your creature. And I mean, even if you're getting like 3, 4, or 5, or 6 creatures out from 2 mana, that's still going to be pretty cost effective. But anyway, I like it. Congregate is awesome. There's a 3 and a white instant. Target player gains 2 life for each creature on the battlefield. That could be very good because it's not just creatures you control, it's all the creatures. So there could be 10 bajillion creatures on the battlefield, like I've seen before, and you just gain 2 life for each of them, and all of a sudden you've won basically, because nobody's gonna have you deal 2 bajillion damage to you, right? So I mean, I don't know, maybe it's too expensive for you at 4 mana, but I think it's a neat effect. Death or Glory. 4 and a white for a sorcery. Separate all creatures in your graveyard into 2 face-up piles. Remove the pile of an opponent's choice from the game and put the other into play. So this is this is almost like a fact or fiction with your graveyard, because you're just like, okay, pick the better of 2 evils, right? You're just like, here's all my stuff, and here's all the other stuff, right? And you're just like, bloop. Okay, exile 1 and then return the other to the battlefield. And if you load up your graveyard really well, this could be insane. And maybe you won't get this. I mean, you could stack it so both piles are stuff you want. So you're like, okay, maybe this one. But then you're just like, bleh. There you go. And I think it's honestly pretty worth it for 5 mana. Just because it's really fun and you get to do the separating. So I like that. Aurification, 2 white. It's an enchantment. Whenever a creature deals damage to you, put a gold counter on it. And each creature with a gold counter on it is a wall in addition to its other types. So this is a Midas's Touch on an enchantment. And when Aurification leaves play, remove all gold counters from all creatures. So if this would leave, they're not walls anymore, but you'll take some damage and then all of a sudden their creature can't attack. Which is kind of it's a deterrent. So like, oh crap, I have to get rid of that in order to attack, which is very frustrating. So yeah, it's kind of a fun little like pseudo defense kind of card. That's awesome. Avon Warcraft, not to be mistaken with World of Warcraft with birds. It's an instant for 2 and a white. Creatures you control get +0/+2 until end of turn. That's not good. But if you have Threshold, creatures you control gain protection from the color of your choice until end of turn as well, which means you can protect your thing, all of your creatures, and give them a small toughness boost, which honestly, it's pretty good. Just gaining protection from stuff is basically, it's better than indestructible for a turn. I don't know what else to say about that. I really like it. And just being able to protect your whole board can be very key in just not dying, right? Like if somebody plays a blasphemous act, right? You've built up your armies, blasphemous act. You're like, no, protection from red for all my creatures, and then you swing in, or I'm gonna swing in, but I'm gonna give all my creatures protection from your color or whatever you're attacking. So it's fun. Ancestor's Prophet, 4 and a white for a creature, Cleric, Lord. Tap 5 untapped clerics you control to gain 10 life. Just a funny card. I think it's pretty awesome. I think I don't know. I've seen some cleric type decks that I think could be awesome. There's some black-white cleric support. There's a bunch of stuff from Onslaught. Being able to tap 5 clerics you control just to gain 10 life, and possibly having what's that white Seedborn Muse? There's a white Seedborn Muse basically, so you can untap all your creatures and then do it again. I don't know, it's just kind of fun. Yeah, I don't know, probably not good, but I think it's neat and I think it's fun. All right, lastly, we've got Mirror Sigil Sergeant. This one is so good. I've lost to this card. It's a 4/4 Rhino for 6 mana, which doesn't sound that good. But it does say at the beginning of your upkeep, if you control blue permanent, you may put a token into play that's a copy of Mirror Sergeant. It's like, oh, boom, I've got a 4/4 trample. Boom, I've got a 4/4 trample, right? Or you could put this in a multiple upkeep deck. A bunch of things coming out. Could be pretty fun. I really like this guy. And flash it out and then have another, and then enters, and then it's cool. It's cool. I like it. It's rhinos. Kind of want to build a rhino deck because that could be fun. Anywho, that's all I've got for you guys today. Check out the TCGplayer affiliate link below and to get all your card needs taken care of, and the Milkman proxy link as well. There's an affiliate link there. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next week for your weekly dose of magic.